It's an honor to be with you this morning. As I was thinking about putting some remarks together for this morning, I thought about all the commencement speeches I've heard, and I started counting them, and when I got to 70, I stopped. Some of them were terrific. A couple were regrettable. I'm hoping not to be the latter this morning. The two best I ever heard was a graduate from JMU named Thief Sutton. The name probably means little to most of you. He started out as a writer for Cheers. He, at the end of the show, was the executive producer of Cheers. It was the single best commencement speech I ever heard. The other one that stands in my mind as being remarkable was one I heard when I was pretty little, and that was a commencement speech by Senator Robert Kennedy. Those are the two I remember the most. There's a couple I'd rather forget. The last 2 years, the College of Business has invited corporate leaders to come and speak. And we had Mike Thomas and Ann Altman, executives with Booz Allen Hamilton and IBM respectively, and as I sat on the stage and I think about listening to them speak, I remember their comments being insightful, articulate, and humorous. So you might be sitting there this morning going, well, who is this guy and why is he here? Well, during the time that I was dean, my favorite day was commencement. Standing on stage, shaking hands, watching the exciting faces, it was absolutely the best seat in the house and the best day of the year. And I've shaken hands with about 50% of all the College of Business graduates, so I guess that's why I'm here. But I'm also one of 3 people who stands between you and the reason you're here, and that's to hear your name and to walk across the stage. So I can assure you, I will follow my own advice that I've given to other commencement speakers, and that is be brief and be seated. So mostly this morning I offer my congratulations to you, the graduates, to your friends, to your family, to those who have supported you, those that have sacrificed for you. You owe each of them a debt of gratitude and thanks. And I would ask you to start repaying that debt today. So in terms of my remarks, I have my own sort of Letterman top 10 list, but there's only 7 items. Again, be brief, be seated. So I only have 7 items, and the reason there's 7 is you might remember them. There's a reason phone numbers are only 7 digits long. So I have 7 short items that I want you to think about. Hopefully you will act on some of them. Number 1, focus on the things in life that matter. Your family, your friends. Don't focus on the things of blind ambition and the things that our success is defined by other people. Only you know what's important in your life, and focus on the things that you can do today with the people around you to make tomorrow better. Number 2, follow your passion and your interests. Think for a moment. For some of you, this is way into the future. For some, not so far. Think about your 80th birthday. When you're 80 years old and your friends and family gather, what do you want them to say about you? What have you done with your life? What other lives have you impacted? In what ways? How could you do more starting today? Number 3, give back to your university, your college, and your department. Now, I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about your time, I'm talking about your talent, and yeah, I am talking about your money. But too much has been given, much is expected. Help us build and continue to build a high-quality business school with connections and a network unmatched by any other business school. Number 4, think about your core values and your non-negotiables. What are they? Write them down. Stand by them. Others will ask you to deviate, to change them, or worse of all, overlook them. So what are your non-negotiables? Number 5, be a giver, not a taker. Become a coach, become a mentor. It will bring you enormous satisfaction and joy. You will make a difference in the lives of others, and believe it or not, it will make a difference in your life. Number 6, focus on results, not who gets credit for the results. Too many people are concerned with making themselves look good instead of trying to make others look good. So my advice to you is, how can you make your boss look good? How can you make your peers look good? And most of all, how can you make your subordinates look good? And then finally, number 7. If you're not already, you need to become a student of leadership. What do the really great leaders do? Why are some leaders so admired that others would literally walk through fire for them? Why is it that some leaders are people that others flock to, they want to work with them, they want to be on their team, and others are much less admired? So how can you learn from what great leaders do? How can you become what I would call an authentic leader, not a leader who depends on command and control? Thanks for the opportunity to be with you today. Thanks for 26 terrific years at JMU. Both have been my honor and my privilege. May God bless each and every one of you. Congratulations.